And now our second honorary degree recipient is Mr. Scott A. Williams, the class of '82, who is being awarded the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Scott, would you please step forward with Mr. Bill Petterino, who is escorting him and was a classmate. I would like to read the citation. Scott A. Williams, as executive producer and lead writer for NCIS, one of the most watched television shows on the planet, you have given millions of people entertainment and temporary respite from the pressures of daily life. More tangibly, as co-founder of Shane's Inspiration, an organization that promotes inclusion for children with disabilities, you have built, with your wife, 64 inclusive playgrounds throughout the world, creating opportunities for thousands of children to expand their worlds through activity and experience. In both of these successful ongoing endeavors, you exemplify SUNY Cortland's core values of excellence, experiential learning, and personal and community well-being. In short, you help make the world a happier and healthier place. After graduating from SUNY Cortland in 1982 with a degree in English, you devoted yourself to mastering the craft of script writing. You found a niche in television crime dramas, breathing life into characters for a long list of popular shows that include NYPD Blue, Castle, The District, Bones, Brooklyn South, Third Watch, Crossing Jordan, and Without a Trace. But in 2003, you joined NCIS as a writer, becoming the executive producer in 2015. NCIS, which chronicles a fictional group of special agents, the Naval Criminal Investigative Service, runs in 66 countries and draws more than 50 million viewers worldwide each week. It is the longest-running, scripted, non-animated show on primetime television. In 1997, you and your wife, Catherine, suffered the unthinkable. Your first child, Shane, was born with spinal muscular atrophy and lived for only 13 days. You channeled your grief into the creation of Shane's Inspiration, a nonprofit dedicated to creating the kind of inclusive community playgrounds your son would have enjoyed. That effort has changed the lives of thousands of families in communities ranging from California to Bangalore, India. In addition to the playgrounds, your organization developed programs to help communities get the most out of the structures. That includes school and community programs to help children without disabilities learn to feel comfortable and play with children who have special needs. Scott Williams, your parallel paths of achievement epitomize what it means to be a SUNY Cortland graduate. Your talent, imagination, dedication, kindness, and fortitude have positively impacted the lives of millions of people. It is with great pride that the State University of New York awards you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters. By virtue of the authority vested in me, the faculty of the State University at New York at Cortland concurring, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters and invest you with the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. In token thereof, I hand you this diploma and direct that you be vested with the hood appropriate to your degree. And now Scott's going to address the graduates.
Thank you so much. Hello, Cortland. I was told this was the rowdier group than this morning, so hello, Cortland. This is an incredible honor. I will be making this into a t-shirt. We'll sell them in the lobby a little bit later on today. Thank you so much, President Bitterbaum. Thank you to esteemed faculty, alumni, Rich Coyne, parents, and the SUNY Cortland class of 2017. Bear with me, there are a lot of you. I will do my best, but thank you for this incredible honor. If anyone had told me years ago, when I was still tending bar at the Dark Horse Tavern, that I'd be up here someday, I would have immediately cut you off and thrown you out the side door onto Clayton. That's true. George, Tony, and Dave Barbado made me the man I am today, just so you know. Now, you see that man there, Bill Pittarino, he tossed quite a few things in his college days as well. Defensive lineman, foosball tables. We met as freshmen in Higgins Hall in 1978. I know, that was a very long time ago. But little did I know at the time that I was not only meeting a great friend, but one of the greatest people I'll ever know. Thank you, my brother Billy, for being here and for a lifetime of friendship. I've got some college buddies that came in for this as well, and some friends, not college buddies, that came in and surprised me yesterday as well, and I'm so grateful that they're here. You know, Cortland is such an amazing place, but truly it's the friends that you make here that make it truly special, and I've been blessed with some of the most special friends. And I will tell you this as an old guy now, that as you get older, it only gets sweeter. Friends are great, old friends are so much better. So look forward to that in the future. To my friends who have asked if you know, they have to call me doctor now, the answer is no, only you guys. So thanks to my mom, Jessie, and my stepdad, Ralph. In fact, let's give it up for all the moms for Mother's Day. Let's just give a quick yay for the dads. Yay! Okay, the moms win. It's Mother's Day, just saying. My mom is the absolute best, and though it's just an honorary thing, after this she'll get to brag about her son, the doctor, and for that she thanks you. I love you, Mom, so much. To my nieces, Emily and Dorothy, my brother-in-law, George, Mother's Day is a tough one in our family because their mom, my sister Miriam, is no longer with us. She would have turned 60, in fact, this past Thursday. I like to think that she's looking down upon us right now in disbelief, frankly. But the truth of the matter is she's standing right here beside me, along with my father, Don, and my son, Shane. I'm a big believer in angels, so I believe the timing of this whole thing is really no coincidence at all. I love you guys, Emily, Dorothy, George. Thanks to my beautiful daughter, Grace, for teaching me more about myself than I ever imagined, like how easy it is to raise a teenager. These parents seem to know. And how did I live this long with not knowing so much? I don't know how. But I didn't know it was possible to love her more each and every day, and how much better life is with her in it. You make me proud every day, Peanut. Lastly, to my amazing wife, Catherine, okay, graduates, let me tell you, you want to live a really good life? Marry someone, not right away, when you're ready. Marry someone who sources you, who roots for you, who calls you on your nonsense and inspires you to be your best self at all times. Because, man, I got so lucky in that regard. Everything I have in my life, I owe to my wife, Catherine, and she's right up there. None of this really would mean a thing without my wife, Catherine, and my family and my friends here to share with me. So thanks to all of them. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. Your turn. Yeah. Enough about me. You're turning the page on 4 years at Cortland, and you're writing new chapters to a book called The Rest of Your Life. If you're lucky, it'll be a long book filled with many adventures that you can't even imagine right now. And someday when you're old like me, you'll look back and be amazed at how many lifetimes you will have lived in that one life. Make sense? Any advice I can offer is based on my own successes, I've had a few, my own failures, I've had many more, and my mistakes, which could keep us here all day. But if I had to boil down everything that I've learned in life, it comes down to just three entities: Abraham Lincoln, Dr. Seuss, and the Beatles. It's true, it's true. But first, let's start with Honest Abe, okay? It's one of his most famous quotes, you all know it. Two simple words: shit happens. No? All right. Obviously, I lied. That wasn't honest at all. Lincoln never said that, but you knew that right away because obviously you went to Cortland, so you know. But you know his story, and you've seen the memes, the lost elections, the failed businesses, the dying loved ones, his own nervous breakdowns, and all this before, oh yeah, freeing the slaves and becoming our greatest president, only to have one of history's idiots shoot and kill him. But a lot happened to Lincoln, and a lot is going to happen to you, because life happens, death happens, love happens, loneliness, cancer, elections, accidents happen, celebrations, weddings, divorces. Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. That, according to John Lennon, but I'll get to the Beatles a little later. All manner of good and bad things will happen to you. And I tell you this not to scare you or to urge you to play it safe, but the opposite, rather to remind you to be brave. You can handle far more than you think. You may not want to, but you can and you must. If the world devoted itself to making you happy all the time, after a while, life would have no meaning. And I will get to the meaning of life in a minute. This speech has everything, I promise. I have a song planned. No, I'm kidding. Although everyone, just give me one. All the graduates go like this. If you're graduating, Cortland, clap your hands. Thank you, that's all I needed. Just making sure you're paying attention. There will be those who doubt you along the way, who say you can't do certain things, and who will ridicule your ambitions. Be grateful for those doubters. They're there to help you, to inspire you, to be proven wrong. The bigger nemesis is self-doubt. That little voice inside each of us that says, I'm not smart enough or good enough. We all battle that voice, and I'll tell you one thing, it's never going away, never ever. It's gonna be there forever. It was there as I sat there thinking, I'm not smart enough to get up here and talk to you people. But make peace with that voice and never let it stop you, which won't be easy. Any so-called overnight success has years of hard work behind it. Personal fulfillment takes one thing: elbow grease, enduring setbacks, overcoming adversity. You have to try and fail and try and fail and try again. When I left Cortland, I headed to New York to become an actor. When I wasn't tending bar to pay the rent, that's right, I tended bar for 12 years, from the Dark Horse to New York City to Los Angeles. But while I was doing that, I was studying my craft of acting. I was working on it, 8 years of classes and plays and auditions, lots of rejection, tons of failure. But as I often say now, I was such a good actor, I'm a writer now. For years, I got used, but writing meant even more hard work and more rejection. For years, I got so used to hearing no and saying, why not me? That when someone finally said yes, I said, why me? But here's the deal. When you decide what you want, write it down, make a plan, and work on it every single day. And don't forget that you're human. Failure happens. You've heard it before, and it's true. If you're not failing occasionally, you're just not trying hard enough. There is no magic formula to success, no single roadmap, and no shortcuts. It's okay to have a meltdown once in a while. Just don't unpack and live there. When life hits you hard, cry it out, and then refocus and keep going. Always keep going. Which leads to my second inspiration, Dr. Seuss. Or more specifically, the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best. Wherever you go, you'll top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. Man, that is gospel. Some days you're up, some days you're down. One day you're king or queen of the world, next day you're a big old nothing. But it's important to know that neither of these things is true. And the distance between the two is not as far as you think. You can always rise and you can most certainly fall. So never get too full of yourself when you're up here, or never get too down on yourself when you're down there, especially on days when it seems like everyone else is winning and succeeding and you're the only one who's losing and failing. Let me tell you, to this day, every time I write a script, and I've been writing television for 20 years, my own self-doubt still creeps in, telling me that this is the script where I get found out and revealed as a fraud. It's called imposter syndrome, and everyone has it, not just writers. Anyone who says they don't have it is lying, or they are indeed an imposter. Anyway, it's in that dark moment of self-loathing that I, for some reason, retreat to Facebook, where inevitably all my friends seem to be windsurfing, or wine tasting in Napa, or backstage with Springsteen. Everyone's having a great time but me. Worse yet, everyone's having a great time without me. Their careers are cooler, their marriages are better, their kids are the second coming. But here's the thing, and I actually got to write this into an episode just a few months ago. Never compare yourself on social media, because people only post their greatest hits. No one posts their B-sides. And those greatest hits are not the whole of a person's life. So don't ever fall into the trap of comparing yourself and thinking you have to keep up with anyone else or fulfill expectations by a certain age. You don't have to be married by 25 or land your dream job by 30. There are no extra points for achieving things before anyone else. Go at your own pace, but never stop going. Remember that life is not a Facebook photo, it's a moving picture. In fact, we're all stars of our own little movie, aren't we? Our own epic saga, The Adventures of Me. Each of us walking our own path, struggling to overcome our own challenges. That's why it's important to close your computer once in a while and stay engaged with people face to face. That's where you are your truest self. And the meaning of life, remember I told you I would tell you that? Would you like to know? I have no idea. I lied about that too. But I do have an opinion about who you are, who we all are when we are our best selves, our truest selves. Which brings me to the last of my inspirations, the Beatles. It's the last line of the album Abbey Road. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. That is the most basic law in life that I have learned. The more you give, the more you get. Which is not about money, but it is about generosity, generosity of spirit. A smile, a hello, a good morning, holding the door for someone, giving up your seat on the bus, looking up from our cell phones once in a while and saying, hey, do you need a hand? If we're each in our own little movie, be the hero or heroine of your movie. Even on days you're not feeling it, your team lost, your girlfriend dumped you, your boyfriend's an idiot. That seemed to resonate. Yeah, tell me about it, please. Or someone cut you off in traffic and flipped you the bird. We've all been there. Let those are things that can fill you with rage in an instant. But don't let that instant have you all day long. Breathe, forgive, smile, be the hero. We live, I don't have to tell you, in deeply divided times. We are fed a constant stream of incivility, fear-mongering, hopelessness, scapegoating, blaming those people for our lot in life, the others. So it's more important than ever to be good citizens, be vigilant, and hold our leaders to account. But the other best thing you can do is lead by example. Be kind, be compassionate, be cool. There's another great line in a song by a band called The Alternate Roots that says, we are how we treat each other and nothing more. And that is who you are. How you treat others is who you are. It's your true self. You are the effect that you have on other people. Not to say that you have to go around whistling rainbows all the time. I sure don't. Hell, I want to smack people in the head all the time, but I don't. Because let's face it, something else happens too in life. Jerks. Jerks happen. And there's many names for jerks, but we'll stick with jerks. You know the names. Jerks will test your faith in your humanity, but do not be a jerk in return. Nothing disarms a jerk quite like an act of kindness, a thoughtful gesture, a caring question. It completely throws them off their game, and if you try it, the result may surprise you. And when you're having trouble being kind to yourself, fretting about your job, your relationship, your life in general, when you hear yourself saying lots of I's and poor me's and my's, here's my advice to you. If you want to feel better about yourself, remove your head from your own derriere and do something for someone else. I desperately needed you to clap because I needed a drink really bad. I guarantee if you do this, you'll feel better. Just do it in order to feel better. Do it for selfish reasons, just to feel better, as long as the good deed gets done. The energy you put out is always the energy you will get back, which doesn't mean you have to go off and join the Peace Corps, though that's a very nice thing, but it can mean anything from volunteering at your local charity to just a simple act of saying hello to the checkout lady at the supermarket, or putting your shopping cart back so it won't hit anyone else's car. I wrote this right after I came back from the supermarket, just so you know. Or bringing donuts to work, or helping someone change a tire, or forgiving someone, or forgiving yourself. We need acts of generosity and kindness now more than ever. If you have a chance to make someone's day, do it. The world needs more of that. In darkness, be the light. And the more you do that, the more you will find that we are far more alike than we are different, all of us. We all want the same things: love, family, food, shelter, and a purpose. Which brings me back to Abraham Lincoln, a real quote this time. 7 simple words, not 2. He said, "Whatever you are, be a good one." So go be a good person and lead others by your good example. Be brave, be kind, be forgiving, be compassionate, be generous, and most of all, be grateful. And when life inevitably challenges you, remember who you are and where you came from. Be grateful for what got you here and the people behind you on this journey. Remember your parents, your relatives, your friends, your teachers, your coaches. Remember Bitterbaum, right? And never forget, wherever you go for the rest of your life, you will always be a Cortland State Red Dragon. Go be a good one. Congratulations and thanks very much.